We've got a little bit longer than normal to stream today because we have a rather heavy snowstorm coming in, and I will be working from home. There's no way I would drive in knowing that we're getting like a foot of snow or something like that. So when we last left off, we had solved a whole bunch of stuff. Heaton was crushed by a terrible squid monster, and good afternoon. I am over on the East Coast. I'm in New York. Maybe it's not a foot of snow. I think they said something like 5 to 8 inches during the evening, and then another like 2 to 4 inches by morning or something like that. So before I forget, all this time I've been hitting Q to go to page 1. If you flip back here, and I noticed this because I was going through the very beginning of the game again, just looking at my recording of the stream. Return the book by guaranteed post to the French Office of Affairs in Morocco. That's where he is. So I knew that he survived until I kill him with the book. Henry Evans is alive in Morocco specifically. Where can we find him? I don't actually know where Morocco is. It in Africa? I think it's in probably. Terrible. I'm terrible. I can sing the whole Animaniacs Countries of the World song, but that doesn't mean I know where they are. It's got to be Morocco. It doesn't seem, and none of these other places have Morocco in them. Just Africa, maybe. Probably. Oh, you got that? Ah. Yeah, it wasn't until I got the bad ending that I realized that he was alive. And then it wasn't until, like I said, in between this stream and the last one that I remembered, oh, if I look at the opening cutscene again, and then I saw it's in the book. It's actually in the book before page 1. That he says where he is. So we've got that. The rain is down in Africa. They don't say Morocco in that song, do they? These two, I mean, they've got to be the two ladies, the other two passengers who were with him, but I don't know. One of them is named Jane, and we know from the bad ending, which is a little cheating. We know from the bad ending that she's alive, because she's the one that sends us the letter. All right. Right, so John Davies was the guy who shot him, and then immediately afterwards, this guy runs up and clubs him. People are just getting very violent. All right. Where to begin? Where to begin? I'm so vexed by this, right? We've got this guy who was killed, and then much later, he was a 3. He's listed as a 3. Who haven't I done? Who is a 1 that I haven't done? This guy. Oh, well, I should just say beast. Bookmark him. I can figure... Is he one of the Russians? That guy? Who is he on here? I have him bookmarked. He should have a little bookmark around... There he is. He's just there. This might give me the hint that he's one of the top men, right? Okay, let's review that. Who would be up on top of the ship? Sails and rigging. All right. Bosun in charge of equipment. Gunner the weapons. Purser runs the store. Surgeon is a surgeon. Carpenter is a carpenter. Helmsman helms the men. I didn't even think of that. Do we have a helmsman? And is there ever anybody standing at the ship's wheel? That's probably a big clue. I should do that. Take a look at the wheel. Steward is general thing. Various officers. Working above the deck in the sails and rigging. Okay. How many topmen do we have? And is only one of them Russian? This is important. Finley Dalton is the helmsman, and he is unidentified. If I see you touch that wheel, you're Finley. Just letting you know. We do only have one Russian topman. Leonid Volkov. Oh. Okay. Alright, so where's Lightning Strikey Man? Because that's the only time we get to, like, go up there. Let's identify the Russians first. At the, who was it? Who was the sick person? Where's the sick person's corpse? Moved postmortem. And now it's here. Second deck. No, third. Third deck. Straight ahead. Is this the wrong one? Oh, this is the wrong one. I want, That's right. If so. Here it is.
Эй, наплевать, привязывай. С собой следи.
Alright, these three fellows over here must be the Russians. We got Beardy Joe. We got also Beardy Joe. Are all three of them sitting in the same place in the picture? No, they're not. Alright, this is... We're out of names. You guys don't have names, but I have to remember who you are, because one of you is a topman out of you three. I'll betcha. Okay, so now we leave. Now we go find Struck by Lightning Man, who I think is just draped over a thing. I think this is him. Not him, he's bald. He's too bald to be Russian. You, I can't get close enough to. Your swirly glasses. You're also too bald to be Russian. Oh, there's more. Ooh, look at you. Look at you, you Russian topman. Okay. Let me double check, though. Are there only 3 Russians? Russia, Russia, Russia. Yes. Well, on this list, anyway. Okay. So we know he's Leonid. Leonidas. He looks like a Leonidas. Probably the rest of these guys must all be topmen, too. How many topmen do we have? A bunch. The guy's name is Just Maba? He should be easy to identify. Alright, how did that help? Oh, Shubinator, hey. Oh, man. Yeah, I wouldn't go anywhere. I'm not going into work tonight. I'm working from home. Now, I actually, as luck would have it, we didn't even know, like, yesterday, when was it? Yesterday morning? When it was very icy, apparently. I wasn't feeling well and went home a little bit early, and so I just missed all of the nightmare traffic. And one friend who lives like 10 minutes away from work said it took him over an hour to get home. Another guy I work with was hit by an ambulance. Not like smashed, but like love tapped by an ambulance. That was trying to get out of the way of a plow that was just like going through. Alright, Alright, so how did I get on the Russian tangent? Was he was shot by one of the, right? Did we I think figured out, we have a good idea. Oh, I forget exactly who it was, but somebody. Oh, those are the 2 Russians. We saw both of them go overboard at the same time. Is this who I was looking at? He's bookmarked. He must be who I was looking at. Why was I looking at him? Stop your cheating. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, it's the first snow, too. I mean, on Tuesday was. We didn't have anything at all, and then now we're getting a whole bunch. That guy's still difficult. There's still him, so we know he's a topman, too. We saw him up at the top. Oh, there's so many people still. was he shot? Oh, right here. We know this, we're sure, right? This for sure is correct. That for sure is correct. Is he not Tom? Have we, wow, did we get everything wrong? Is he not Tom? He's gotta be Tom. I'm gonna solve a little more, and if we don't get him, if he's not Tom, I don't know what to think. Okay, I think only one of the... He's not one of the Russian. No, somebody else on the boat is Russian. No, there's only 3 though. One of them was supposed to die. No, hold on. Hold on. So we've got 3 things that should be correct. We've got Henry Evans, we got this guy, and we got Tom that was stabbed. He's not really Tom. Because we're pretty confident about Mr. O'Hagan there. Why? How could this man... Is he not really Tom? Unthinkable. Thomas Lanky. He's wearing a name badge that says Thomas Lanky on it. He's got to be Tom, but we're going to double check. We're going to bookmark him. It's hard to see because of the resolution and the pixels. Does someone call him Tom here? No. The Daily Stormer's owner is... The what? Just now the Daily Stormer's owner... I don't know anything about whatever the Daily Stormer is. Or make fun of me. You better not, or you're banned. I won't make you a VIP if you make fun of me. This guy was also a Thomas. Who... Why would I have called him Tom? What was I thinking? Oh wait, does somebody call him Tom as he's dying? Does someone say, like, Tom, you've been stabbed? No. Tell Pete's mother I tried my best. Why did I ever jump to this conclusion? Why did I think that he was... It's because... Is it because he's standing around with these three guys? And I figured they must all be midshipmen? Is that what happened? I'm so confused. I'm gonna take it off. I'm gonna take it off. It's off. Yeah, I do my best to ignore any and all political everythings. Somebody called him Tom. You know, he knows Pete. And did we get Pete right? Don't tell me Pete is also wrong. Pete is as wrong as, I mean, he's blown up, but he's Pete. I think that's really what it was. He was a midshipman, so I said, oh, the other two people he was standing with must also be midshipmen, which makes sense. They're all friends. They were all in the cow scene. The three of them. That's confirmed. That's confirmed. Is he an unknown? He can't be. Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, okay. That's just a way of saying I know he's a topman, for example, so that you can mark someone. I get it now. It took me forever to figure that out. They're all friends. He's right. He's Tom. I'm sorry for doubting you, Tom. I'm sorry for doubting you, Tom. The truth is, this guy is not Patrick O'Hagan. This guy's not Patrick O'Hagan. I thought he was because somebody on the boat yells O'Hagan. I thought they were yelling it to him. That's not him. Get out of here. You still breathing? Can you row? He says this just before he gets knifed. It's alright. Not worried about it. Maybe one of them is actually O'Hagan. I don't want to guess. He's Russian. This is the Russian guy that yelled and died. Ah, they make it too easy to guess. I don't... Ah. They make it a little too easy to guess. And I really don't want to. Okay. 8 people in the calling. Known, 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 and known. So there are 4 people. Two of them, we saw them get pulled overboard and drowned. This guy was speared, this guy was speared. One of them was speared in the chest, and one of them was speared in the head. Why would he have yelled to say... He wouldn't have yelled to someone who went overboard. This guy's gotta be O'Hagan. Okay, he was. Still feel bad for guessing. That was kind of just process of elimination and guessing. You, of course, were Tom. Henry Evans. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Okay, so what was my next... Still don't really get what happened with him. I don't know who shot him. I don't know. Oh, hang on. I'll have to go there to actually look, but okay, location of the corpse is up there on the top. Yeah. Let's go look at that. That might be the one Russian that we already identified, Leonidas. Yeah, you have to... Yeah, process of elimination, but there's a difference between process of elimination and saying, I know it's one of these 3 people and I'm going to try them one at a time. Because that's not really process of elimination. That's me waiting for the game to tell me that I'm right. Yeah, we know who this guy is. That's Leonid Volkov. Leonid Volkov. Oh, is he really Paul Moss? Who knows? There's Henry Evans getting away with the 2 of them. If he gets away, they probably both get away too. We've come a really long way to get all of this information. This was some 8 or 9 hours of puzzling. Where is he? Up here. If we go, he's alive in Africa. The 2 of them probably are too. We don't know who's who. We don't know who's who, and we have no way of finding out, do we? Nobody ever says either name. One of them is Miss. Does that mean she's not married? She's the younger one? Is one of them going to say something about, like, is one of them married to one of the other people? Jackson? Bird? There's no other Jacksons or Birds on the ship. All right. They must have picked it up at the last car. Should we assume that both of them were from the same place? Were they buddies? Were they together? They were. They were all together. Solomon was one of the people from India. Again, none of these 3 names. That's why I don't necessarily get. I'll be interested in seeing the process. Like, is there should be some way to figure out, but I don't see how. Like the thing with the Russian, this was cool. This was an interesting thing to figure out. To go, oh wait a minute, that's right. We overheard three people sitting around playing cards, speaking Russian. Only one of them was a topman, so we can go look at the scene where people are up in the rigging, fixing the sail or doing whatever to the sail, and if one of them's Russian, they've got to be that guy. Great. This I don't get. Because nobody ever calls any of them by name. Someone is there, says, Sid, get up, drink something. And they say it's supposed to be easy. I don't... Oh, well. Who was he shot by? Let's go check him out. This guy died on the second deck? Oh, moved post-mortem. Oh, he's the guy out the window. Hi, EverX. Yeah, I'm being very rhetorical. I will ask for hints if I need them. And also, like, before I hint, I would probably resort to guessing before saying, like, give me a hint. So do we have some idea of who shot him? Oh! Okay, well, Edward Nichols, that was easy. Still don't know who this guy is.
Slack the lift and lower the boats! The whole crew will be on us!
He had a knife. He's wearing stripes. He's carrying a bullet in his chest, as you do. Oh, we didn't... Disappeared in the doom. Alright. Good for you. Hold on. If he got hit in the leg here, what is he up to in the only other thing that we have of him? What is he up to? Where are they now? And by now, I mean during the doom. Go to Abigail. Martin, where is my husband? Okay. No. What does the guy look like again? Who am I looking at? You. Not either of them. Not him. She looks too old to be a miss. The other one must be the miss. Is that really how that works? It might be. Where is this guy? Not you. Oh. Yeah, rather than disappeared. Rather than disappeared. You were, well, do we know? I mean, Did it eat him? He's never seen again. He can just, he was drowned. He was drowned. You were drowned. Be drowned. You're drowned by a beast. And then eaten. Alright, so what was the other interesting thing that I saw here? If one of them is named Miss, I'll bet it's you. Why else would they put Miss on there? She's not married. She's alive and well in jolly old Africa. Three more fates correct. I'm like, there must be some way to distinguish them. It's because one of them is old. You don't call old people Miss, apparently. We're like halfway. More people. All of the people. Nobody else was on that boat that got away, right? I don't think they were. I don't know what's up with this guy, but we're gonna look. We're just gonna look around. We're just gonna have a little peek around. This is the last time we see him. He's here? Old Baldy? I'm already here. Oh, this was him over here? No, that's not him. Wrong Baldy. It's not you, because you're the Frenchman. We already know. We know your deal very well. If I can... Are they friends? Is that what's going on? No. He's dead already. Oh, look at you. Well, that's why we didn't find your body. Because you were drowned. There's an octopus in the way. I can't get up there. Alright. Let's... No clue if there was another hint. There couldn't have been, or I would have found it. Who do we think drives this boat? Who do we think is the driver? It was probably... Could it be somebody... Let's do this. Let's go to Lars. Sure. Whoever was in charge of driving the boat, they must have been one of the last ones to die, because they're still driving, right? So we'll take a look at some of the later memories and look at the ship's wheel. Which, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. This is one of those newfangled wheelless boats. There's no wheel on it. That's not the wheel. There's the bell. Oh, this is a digital boat. They don't have one of the analog wheels. I think you just type in what direction you want it to go. They had those in the 1800s, right? There's the wheel. Maybe? There's a wheel. No, this is for... This is if you want to lift up that board, you pull this wheel. Where do you guys keep your dang wheel? Or did it break off? Maybe it broke off. There used to be a wheel here. Do you even stir this? Do you steer it from the top? This looks complicated. Or is this the... one could argue. One could argue. What else would this be? Why would you put a thing in the center of the ship unless you're going to use it to steer? I'll bet they just forgot to draw the wheel on the boat. No, I'm sure this is probably a very accurate. Oh no! Ludifex messes up the emotes. You gotta put a space. I'm sure whoever made this, whatever the guy's name is, I'm sure he was a great big fan of, you know, accurate. Is this... I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go with my plan anyway. Even though I don't know where the wheel is, we're going to go back in time and look for it. Excuse me. Was this him? Or was he on this side? That's him.
Let me on.
Over my dead body, you bloody Dane.
Huh? How's that?
There's no cause for trouble, boys. Get in the boat. Thought I'd forget. You killed my brother.
What? That was an accident. The ropes.
It wasn't his fault. I saw the whole thing.
Nice. I shouldn't have waited so long.
No, don't.
So do we, in the very next scene, we must see him get flung overboard, which means this guy probably is too, right? Did I ever put anything specific for him? He also fell overboard. This guy... also fell overboard. All 3 of them. Seconds from now, the octopus shows up and capsizes this boat. Did they take the wheel in the boat? Is that what happened? They're like, I'm the helmsman here. I'm gonna take the wheel off of the boat and make a run with it. Be very interested if that turns out to be how you steer the ship. Alright, who is death number 2 in the Doom? The artist. I won't be able to see anything from down there, I don't think. No, I'm sure I can't. Who's number 3? We haven't looked at these deaths in a long time. These were some of the first ones that I found. This is the crushed guy on the gun deck. You? Yes. So this is actually just as they are figuring out. Oh, and look at that. He's right pressed up against the cannon, and that's what happened. Is it already lit? It's already lit at this point, I think. That's pretty funny. I guess we're gonna blame it on this guy? Once we find out his name, we'll say that he's the one who blasted... What did we put for him? For him, we just said exploded. For you, we can also just put exploded, right? Of course we can. We don't know your name, but... So these guys here, these have all got to be... Who's in charge? Who's in charge of blowing things up? Everybody? Everybody. No. They work on the below... okay. So these... They're probably these grunts. These are probably all seamen. But not necessarily. Someone down here could also be in charge. Alright. Is there anywhere else that I can investigate? Because early on, I didn't know that you could really, like, move around and check out other stuff. What else is going on in this scene? Nothing, unfortunately. Nice boat pun in the title. Oh, yeah, it's smooth sailing. What is he doing? You're not even... Are you helping? Is that how you move cannons? It could be. I shouldn't make fun of him. I'll make fun of him, though. So, how many people are here? Not escape. The Doom. Yeah, 6 others were present. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got them all. Alright, so we've figured out, we know how everyone died in this chapter. Aside from knowing which one of the brothers he is. Oh, who do I have bookmarked? Who are we interested in at the moment? Oh, this guy. No. Nothing. Got nothing for you. I guess. Nathan Peters from England and Samuel Peters from England. Yeah, let's... Is he the, He was there, right? Alright, he must be the other one then. He's Samuel. No? Still no. Because we have somebody right. Right? I thought we had somebody else that was correct. What happened to Lars? Bopped until dead. Ooh, darn shame that. Some people got bopped for sure. maybe it didn't. All right, let's do this again. Hold on. Samuel Peters, which is this guy, Samuel Peters. And then we also name him at the beginning. See, he's Nathan Peters. But that wasn't it, so he's got to be Samuel. And he's Nathan. Okay. Achievement unlocked loose cargo, as I have solved everything from loose cargo at least. I don't know how we could have gotten this right without just guessing one and then trying the other. Internal and external injuries caused by creatures, killers, creatures, and coincidence. But sometimes it's murder.